Exploring Wisdom, 120 plus famous Chinese sayings and proverbs. Welcome back to Media Deem, your go-to channel for exploring culture, language, and wisdom from around the world. In today's video, we delve into the rich tapestry of Chinese culture through the lens of 120 plus famous Chinese sayings and proverbs. These proverbs offer timeless insights into life, love, success, wisdom, friendship, family, learning, and even dragons, each carrying profound meanings that transcend borders and languages. Why listen to Proverbs? Proverbs are like condensed wisdom, offering profound insights in just a few words. They provide us with a window into the values, beliefs, and cultural heritage of a society. Moreover, for English learners, studying Proverbs is a fantastic way to deepen your understanding of the English language. Proverbs often use figurative language and idiomatic expressions, making them both challenging and rewarding for language learners. So, join us on this enlightening journey as we explore the wisdom encapsulated in Chinese proverbs and perhaps uncover new perspectives that can enrich our lives and broaden our horizons. Let's dive in. Chinese proverbs about life. 30 sayings. Proverb number 1. 是实胜于雄辩. Facts beat eloquence. This proverb means that facts are more powerful than eloquent words or arguments. A similar proverb in English is actions speak louder than words. Example sentence. The company's CEO promised to improve working conditions, but it wasn't until they increased wages and reduced hours that the employees believed him. The CEO's actions spoke louder than his words. Proverb number 2. 一言既出，驷马难追. A team of horses will struggle to chase down a spoken word. This proverb means that once a word is spoken, even a team of 4 horses cannot take it back. It emphasizes the importance of being careful and thoughtful with what we say, as words can have lasting consequences. A similar proverb in English is, a word once spoken is past recalling. Example sentence. The politician regretted making a controversial statement during the debate, but it was too late. A word once spoken is past recalling. Proverb number 3. 路遥知马力，日久见人心. As distance tests a horse's strength, time reveals a person's character. This proverb means that the strength of a horse is tested by a long journey, and the true character of a person is revealed over time. It emphasizes the importance of patience and observation in understanding someone's true nature. A similar proverb in English is, time will tell. Example sentence. Initially, the new employee seemed competent and friendly, but after working with him for several months, his colleagues realized he was lazy and unreliable. Time will tell. Proverb number 4. 无规矩不成方圆. Without standards, no boundaries are set. This proverb means that without rules or standards, nothing can be accomplished. It emphasizes the importance of having guidelines and structure in order to achieve order and success. A similar proverb in English is, without discipline, there is no order. Example sentence. The teacher explained to the students that without classroom rules, learning would be chaotic and unproductive. Without discipline, there is no order. Proverb number 5. 承前避后. Punishing those who come before stops those who come after from doing something. This proverb means to learn from past mistakes to avoid repeating them in the future. It emphasizes the importance of reflection and self-improvement. A similar proverb in English is, learn from your mistakes. Example sentence. After failing the exam, the student vowed to learn from their mistakes, study harder, and seek help from the teacher to ensure they would pass the next time. Proverb number 6. 三思而后行. Think thrice before you act. This Chinese proverb means to think thrice before acting. It emphasizes the importance of careful consideration and deliberation before making a decision or taking action. A similar proverb in English is, look before you leap. Example sentence. The investor was tempted to invest in the new startup, but he remembered the saying, "Look before you leap." Then he started researching the company and consulting with financial advisors before making a decision. Proverb number 7. 良药苦口. Good medicine tastes bitter. This Chinese proverb translates to good medicine tastes bitter. It means that honest advice or constructive criticism, though often difficult to accept, is ultimately beneficial for one's well-being or improvement. A similar proverb in English is a bitter pill to swallow. Sentence example: hearing her coach's harsh critique of her performance was a bitter pill to swallow, but she knew it was necessary for her to grow as an athlete. Proverb number 8. 有理走遍天下，无理寸步难行. With truth on your side, you can go anywhere. Without truth, you can't take a tiny step. This Chinese proverb means that with reason and justice on your side, you can go anywhere in the world, but without it, you can't take a single step. It emphasizes the importance of being reasonable and just in one's actions and dealings. A similar proverb in English is, honesty is the best policy. Example sentence: the lawyer argued that his client was innocent and deserved a fair trial, reminding the jury that honesty is the best policy. Proverb number 9. 当局者迷，旁观者清. The player is lost. The watcher is lucid. This Chinese proverb means that those involved in a situation can be blinded by their own emotions and biases, while those observing from the outside can see things more clearly. It emphasizes the value of seeking outside perspectives and advice when making decisions. A similar proverb in English is, the outsider sees the most of the game. Example sentence: the couple was arguing about their finances, but their friend, who was listening to their conversation, was able to offer a solution that neither of them had considered. The outsider sees the most of the game. Proverb number 10. 十年树木，百年树人. 10 years to cultivate wood, 100 years to cultivate a man. This Chinese proverb means that it takes 10 years to grow a tree, but 100 years to cultivate a person. It emphasizes the long-term investment and effort required to educate and nurture individuals to their full potential. A similar proverb in English is, education is a lifelong process. Example sentence: the teacher dedicated her life to educating young people, believing that education is a lifelong process. Proverb number 11. 民以食为天. Food is the first priority of the people. This Chinese proverb means that food is the most important thing for the people, or food is the first necessity of the people. It emphasizes the fundamental importance of food for survival and well-being, and reflects the historical significance of agriculture and food security in Chinese culture. A similar proverb in English is, bread is the staff of life. Example sentence: the government prioritized increasing agricultural production and ensuring food distribution to all citizens, recognizing that food is the first necessity of the people. Proverb number 12. 善有善报. Repay good with good. This Chinese proverb means that good deeds will be rewarded with good fortune. It emphasizes the karmic principle that positive actions will bring positive outcomes. A similar proverb in English is, what goes around comes around. Example sentence: the volunteers spent countless hours helping the homeless, believing that what goes around comes around. Proverb number 13. 顾左右而言他. Deliberately vague and deflective. This Chinese idiom means to look left and right and talk about something else, or to avoid the main topic and talk about irrelevant things. It describes someone who is being evasive or trying to avoid answering a question directly. A similar idiom in English is to beat around the bush. Example sentence: when asked about the company's financial difficulties, the CEO began to beat around the bush talking about the weather and the upcoming holidays instead of addressing the issue. Proverb number 14. 几家欢喜几家愁. While some are happy, some are anxious. This Chinese proverb means that some families rejoice while others grieve. It reflects the reality that in any situation, there will be winners and losers, and that not everyone will experience the same outcome. A similar proverb in English is, "One man's meat is another man's poison." Example sentence: the announcement of the college entrance exam results caused different reactions among the students and their families. Some were overjoyed to have been accepted into their desired universities, while others were disappointed and worried about their future. It is really true that one man's meat is another man's poison. Proverb number 15. 人过留名，雁过留声. A person leaves a reputation, as a swallow leaves its call. This Chinese proverb means that a person leaves a reputation just as a wild goose leaves its call. It emphasizes the importance of leaving a positive legacy and making a lasting impact on the world. A similar proverb in English is, "A good name is better than riches." Example sentence: the philanthropist donated millions to charity, not for personal gain, but because she believed that a good name is better than riches. Proverb number 16. 万事俱备，只欠东风. Everything's ready except the east wind. This Chinese proverb literally means, everything is ready, only the east wind is missing. It's often used to describe a situation where all the necessary preparations have been made, but a crucial element is still lacking to initiate or complete a plan. There isn't a direct equivalent in English, but a similar phrase is all dressed up and nowhere to go. Example sentence: the team had trained hard and prepared meticulously for the championship game, but an unexpected injury to their star player left them feeling like all dressed up and nowhere to go. Proverb number 17. 麻雀虽小，五脏俱全. Small as it is, the sparrow has all the vital organs. This Chinese proverb literally means, though the sparrow is small, it has all 5 internal organs. It's used to describe something that may be small in size or scope, but is complete and functional in all the essential aspects. A similar proverb in English is, good things come in small packages. Example sentence: the new smartphone may be compact, but it has a powerful processor, a high-resolution camera, and ample storage space. Good things come in small packages. Proverb number 18. 桂林山水甲天下. Guilin mountain scenery is the best on earth. This Chinese proverb translates to Guilin's mountains and waters are the finest under heaven. It conveys the idea that the natural beauty of Guilin, a city in southern China known for its karst landscapes and Li River, is unparalleled and the most beautiful in the world. A similar proverb in English would be, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. This means that different people have different standards of beauty, and what one person finds beautiful, another may not. It emphasizes the subjective nature of beauty. Sentence example: although many people rave about the beauty of Paris, I didn't find it particularly impressive. After all, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Proverb number 19. 哑巴吃饺子，心里有数. When a mute eats dumplings, he knows how many he has eaten. This Chinese proverb translates to, a mute person eating dumplings knows the count in their heart. It means that even though someone might not be able to express themselves verbally, they still have a clear understanding of the situation. A similar proverb in English would be, actions speak louder than words. This means that people's intentions can be better understood by what they do rather than what they say. Sentence example: she claimed to be a great friend, but she never offered any help when I needed it. Actions speak louder than words. Proverb number 20. 一举两得. 2 benefits from 1 action. This Chinese proverb translates to 1 move, 2 gains. It means to accomplish 2 goals with a single action or effort. A similar proverb in English is, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Sentence example: by taking the scenic route home, he was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, enjoy the beautiful scenery, and avoid the traffic jam on the highway. Proverb number 21.
如坐针毡.
Like sitting on a carpet of needles. This Chinese proverb translates to like sitting on a carpet of needles. It describes a state of extreme uneasiness, anxiety, or restlessness, as if one were physically uncomfortable. A similar proverb in English is like a cat on hot bricks. Sentence example: waiting for the results of his medical tests, he was like a cat on hot bricks, pacing back and forth and unable to focus on anything else. Proverb number 22.
逆来顺受.
When adversity comes, receive it favorably. This Chinese proverb translates to accept adversity with tolerance, or meekly submit to oppression. It describes a passive attitude towards hardship or injustice, choosing to endure rather than resist. A similar proverb in English is grin and bear it. Sentence example: despite the unfair treatment from her boss, she decided to grin and bear it, hoping that the situation would eventually improve. Proverb number 23.
化干戈为玉帛.
Replace weapons with jade and silk. This Chinese proverb translates to transform weapons of war into jade and silk. It signifies the act of resolving conflict and turning hostility into peace and friendship. A similar proverb in English is bury the hatchet. Sentence example: after years of feuding, the two families decided to bury the hatchet and work together for the common good of their community. Proverb number 24.
此地无银300两.
This ground doesn't have 300 taels of silver. This Chinese proverb translates to number 300 taels of silver buried here. It's a humorous saying used to describe someone who tries to cover up a wrongdoing but ends up revealing it through their suspicious behavior. A similar proverb in English is the lady doth protest too much. Sentence example: his constant denial of any involvement in the scandal only made him look more guilty, like the lady doth protest too much. Proverb number 25.
兵不厌诈.
Soldiers don't hate deceit. This Chinese proverb translates to, in war, nothing is too deceitful, or all warfare is based on deception. It means that in times of conflict, it is acceptable to use trickery and deception to gain an advantage over the enemy. A similar proverb in English is all's fair in love and war. Sentence example: the general's surprise attack on the enemy camp, while considered unethical by some, was a classic example of all's fair in love and war, as it ultimately led to victory. Proverb number 26.
木已成舟，生米煮成熟饭.
The timber's already a boat. The rice is cooked. This Chinese proverb translates to the wood is already a boat. The uncooked rice is already cooked rice. It means that a situation or action is irreversible and cannot be undone, just like a finished boat or cooked rice. A similar proverb in English is what's done is done. Sentence example: although she regretted her impulsive decision to quit her job, she knew that what's done is done, and it was time to move on and focus on finding a new opportunity. Proverb number 27.
身体力行.
A body acts according to physical strength. This Chinese proverb translates to practice what you preach, or lead by example. It emphasizes the importance of putting words into action and demonstrating one's beliefs through personal conduct. A similar proverb in English is actions speak louder than words. Sentence example: the teacher always encouraged her students to be kind to others, and she practiced what she preached by volunteering her time to help those in need. Proverb number 28.
大智若愚.
Great wisdom can seem foolish. This Chinese proverb translates to great wisdom appears like foolishness. It describes a person who possesses profound wisdom but chooses to conceal it, often appearing unassuming or even simple-minded. This can be a strategic approach to avoid attracting unwanted attention or to observe and understand situations more clearly. A similar proverb in English is still waters run deep. Sentence example: The CEO's quiet demeanor and unassuming style often led people to underestimate her, but those who worked closely with her knew that still waters run deep, and she was a brilliant strategist with a sharp mind. Proverb number 29.
捷足先登
The quick-footed climb first. This Chinese proverb translates to the swift-footed one climbs first, or the early bird catches the worm. It means that those who act quickly and decisively will achieve success before others. A similar proverb in English is the early bird gets the worm. Sentence example: knowing that tickets to the popular concert would sell out quickly, she woke up early and waited in line, proving that the early bird gets the worm when she secured front row seats. Proverb number 30.
人逢喜事精神爽
A happy occasion gladdens the spirit. This Chinese proverb translates to, when people encounter happy events, they feel refreshed and energetic. It essentially means that joy and good fortune can uplift one's spirits and enhance their overall well-being. A similar proverb in English is, good news makes you feel good. Sentence example: after receiving the acceptance letter from her dream university, she was so excited that she couldn't stop smiling. As the saying goes, good news makes you feel good, and she felt energized and ready to tackle any challenges ahead. Chinese proverbs about love, 10 sayings. Proverb number 1.
一见钟情
Love at first sight. This Chinese proverb translates to love at first sight. It describes the experience of falling in love with someone immediately upon meeting them. A similar proverb in English is love at first sight. Sentence example: they met at a party and it was love at first sight. They were inseparable from that moment on. Proverb number 2.
愿得一人心白首不相离
Long for a heart, never be apart. This Chinese proverb translates to wish to gain the heart of one person and never be separated until old age. It expresses a desire for a deep, lasting love with one person, a love that endures through the years and into old age. There isn't a direct English equivalent that captures the poetic essence of this proverb, but a similar sentiment can be found in the phrase, till death do us part, often used in wedding vows. Sentence example: the couple exchanged vows, promising to love and cherish each other till death do us part, echoing the sentiment of the Chinese proverb. Proverb number 3.
执子之手与子偕老
Hold hands with you, grow old with you. This Chinese proverb translates to hold your hand, grow old with you. It expresses a deep and enduring love, a commitment to stay together through thick and thin until old age. While there isn't a direct English equivalent that captures the poetic beauty of this proverb, a similar sentiment can be found in the phrase, till death do us part, often used in wedding vows. Sentence example: the elderly couple walked hand in hand through the park, a testament to their enduring love and commitment to each other, just like the Chinese proverb. Proverb number 4.
爱不是占有而是欣赏
Love isn't about having, it's about enjoying. This Chinese proverb translates to love is not about possession, but appreciation. It means that true love is not about controlling or owning someone, but about valuing and appreciating them for who they are. A similar proverb in English is love is not about possession, but about appreciation. This proverb is already quite concise and has a direct English equivalent. Sentence example: he realized that his jealousy stemmed from a desire to possess her, but true love, as the saying goes, is not about possession, but about appreciation. He learned to cherish her individuality and support her dreams, which strengthened their bond. Proverb number 5.
爱屋及乌
Love the house and its crow. This Chinese proverb translates to love the house, extend to the crows. It means that if you love someone or something, you will also care for the things or people associated with them, even if they are not particularly likable. A similar proverb in English is, love me, love my dog. Sentence example, she wasn't fond of his friends, but she tolerated them because she loved him, proving the old adage, love me, love my dog. Proverb number 6.
萝卜青菜各有所爱
Radishes and greens, each has those who love them. This Chinese proverb translates to some prefer radishes, some prefer greens. It means that everyone has different tastes and preferences, and there is no one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to what people like. A similar proverb in English is to each their own, or different strokes for different folks. Sentence example, she prefers classical music, while he enjoys heavy metal. It just goes to show that different strokes for different folks. Proverb number 7.
在天愿作比翼鸟在地愿为连理枝
Birds flying in the sky as one, branches growing on the earth as one. This Chinese proverb translates to, in heaven, I wish to be a pair of lovebirds. On earth, I wish to be two intertwined branches of a tree. It expresses a desire for a deep and inseparable love, both in life and in death. A similar sentiment in English can be found in the phrase soulmates, or birds of a feather flock together, which refers to two people who are deeply connected and destined to be together. Sentence example, the couple's love for each other was so profound that they often quoted the Chinese proverb birds flying in the sky as one, branches growing on the earth as one, believing that they were soulmates destined to be together forever. Proverb number 8.
有情人终成眷属
People in love become spouses in the end. This Chinese proverb translates to lovers will eventually become family, or those who are truly in love will eventually be together. It expresses the belief that true love will overcome any obstacles and ultimately lead to a happy ending. A similar proverb in English is, love conquers all. Sentence example, despite their family's disapproval and the many challenges they faced, their love for each other never wavered, proving that love conquers all. Proverb number 9.
情人眼里出西施
In a lover's eye is the foremost beauty. This Chinese proverb translates to, in the eyes of a lover, she sure appears. She sure was renowned as one of the 4 beauties of ancient China. This proverb means that when someone is in love, they see their beloved as the most beautiful or perfect person, regardless of any flaws they may have. A similar proverb in English is, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sentence example, he thought his girlfriend was the most beautiful woman in the world, proving that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Proverb number 10.
有情饮水饱无情食饭饥
With love, water is enough. Without love, food doesn't satisfy. This Chinese proverb translates to, with love, water is enough. Without love, food doesn't satisfy. It means that when you are in love, even the simplest things can bring you joy and contentment. Conversely, without love, even the most luxurious things can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled. A similar proverb in English is, love is all you need. Sentence example, the couple lived a simple life in a small cottage, but they were happy and content because they had each other. As the saying goes, love is all you need. Chinese proverbs about success, 21 sayings. Proverb number 1.
冰冻3尺非一日之寒
It takes more than one cold day for a river to freeze a meter deep. This Chinese proverb translates to 3 feet of ice does not form in a single day. It means that significant problems or situations don't happen overnight, but are the result of accumulated issues over time. A similar proverb in English is, Rome wasn't built in a day. Sentence example, the company's financial crisis didn't happen overnight. It was the result of years of mismanagement and poor decision-making. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. Proverb number 2.
机不可失时不再来
Don't miss opportunities. Time doesn't come round again. This Chinese proverb translates to opportunity should not be missed, time will not come again. It means that opportunities are fleeting and should be seized when they arise, as they may not come again. A similar proverb in English is, opportunity knocks but once. Sentence example, when the job offer came, she knew she had to accept it, even though it meant moving to a new city. She realized that opportunity knocks but once, and she didn't want to regret not taking the chance. Proverb number 3.
人心齐，泰山移。
When people work with one heart, they can even move Mount. Dai. This Chinese proverb translates to, when people's hearts are united, they can move Mount Tai. It means that when people work together with a common goal and shared determination, they can overcome even the greatest challenges. A similar proverb in English is, unity is strength. Sentence example, the small village was able to rebuild after the devastating earthquake because everyone came together to help. It just goes to show that unity is strength. Proverb number 4.
万事开头难。
All things are difficult at the start. This Chinese proverb translates to, the beginning of everything is difficult, or all things are difficult before they are easy. It means that starting a new task or project is often the hardest part, but once you get past the initial hurdles, it becomes easier. A similar proverb in English is, well begun is half done. Sentence example, he was hesitant to start writing his novel, but he reminded himself that well begun is half done, and once he started putting words on paper, the ideas flowed more easily. Proverb number 5.
失败是成功之母。
Failure is the mother of success. This Chinese proverb translates to, failure is the mother of success. It means that setbacks and failures are not the end, but rather stepping stones on the path to success. Each failure provides an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve, ultimately leading to greater achievements. A similar proverb in English is, every failure is a stepping stone to success. Sentence example, Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. This embodies the idea that every failure is a stepping stone to success, as each attempt brings you closer to finding the right solution. Proverb number 6.
只要功夫深，铁杵磨成针。
It just needs hard work to grind an iron rod into a needle. This Chinese proverb translates to, if you work hard enough at it, you can grind an iron rod into a needle. It means that with enough perseverance and dedication, even the most difficult tasks can be accomplished. A similar proverb in English is, where there's a will, there's a way. Sentence example, she struggled to learn the new software, but she was determined to master it. She reminded herself that where there's a will, there's a way, and with practice, she eventually became proficient. Proverb number 7.
水滴石穿，绳锯木断。
Water drops pierce stone, rope saws cut wood. This Chinese proverb translates to, dripping water pierces through stone, a saw made of rope cuts through wood. It means that persistent effort, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, can eventually achieve great results. A similar proverb in English is, little strokes fell great oaks. Sentence example, she struggled with learning a new language, but she made a point to study every day, even if it was just for a few minutes. After a year, she was surprised at how much she had learned, proving that little strokes fell great oaks. Proverb number 8.
一日之计在于晨。
A day's planning is done at dawn. This Chinese proverb translates to, the plan for a day lies in the morning. It emphasizes the importance of planning and starting your day early to make the most of it. A similar proverb in English is, the early bird catches the worm. Sentence example, she always woke up early to exercise and plan her day, believing that the early bird catches the worm and that a productive morning sets the tone for a successful day. Proverb number 9.
千里之行，始于足下。
A 1,000-mile journey starts with a footfall. This Chinese proverb translates to, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." It means that even the most ambitious goals can be achieved by taking small, consistent actions. A similar proverb in English is, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." This proverb is already quite concise and has a direct English equivalent. Sentence example: he felt overwhelmed by the task of writing a book, but he reminded himself that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and he started by writing just 1 page a day. Proverb number 10.
否极泰来.
Peace replaces extreme evil. This Chinese proverb translates to, when misfortune reaches its extreme, good fortune is sure to come. It means that after a period of great difficulty or adversity, a positive change or improvement is likely to follow. A similar proverb in English is, "Every cloud has a silver lining." Sentence example: after losing his job and facing financial difficulties, he felt discouraged. But he reminded himself that every cloud has a silver lining, and he eventually found a new job that he enjoyed even more. Proverb number 11.
青出于蓝而胜于蓝.
Green is from blue, and better than blue. This Chinese proverb translates to, blue comes from indigo but is bluer than indigo. It means that the student has surpassed the teacher, or that something has improved upon its origins and become even better. A similar proverb in English is, the student has become the master. Sentence example: the young artist's work was so impressive that it surpassed even her mentors, proving that the student had become the master. Proverb number 12.
老骥伏枥，志在千里.
An old warhorse in the stable still longs to gallop 1,000 miles. This Chinese proverb translates to, an old steed in the stable still aspires to gallop 1,000 miles. It means that, even in old age, one can still have lofty ambitions and aspirations. A similar proverb in English is, you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. This is a quote by C.S. Lewis. Sentence example: the retired professor, despite his age, continued to write and publish research papers, proving that you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Proverb number 13.
吃得苦中苦，方为人上人.
Enduring deepening pain is how man ascends. This Chinese proverb translates to, one who can endure the bitterest of hardships can become the best of people. It means that to achieve great success or become a leader, one must be willing to endure significant challenges and make sacrifices. A similar proverb in English is, no pain, no gain. Sentence example: the Olympic athlete trained tirelessly, pushing herself to her limits every day. She believed that no pain, no gain, and her hard work eventually paid off when she won the gold medal. Proverb number 14.
先到先得.
The first to arrive is the first to succeed. This Chinese proverb translates to, first come, first served. It means that those who arrive first or act earliest will get the advantage or reward. A similar proverb in English is, first come, first served. This proverb is already quite concise and has a direct English equivalent. Sentence example: the bakery was giving away free samples of their new bread, but it was first come, first served, so people lined up early to get theirs. Proverb number 15.
守得云开见月明.
Watch till clouds part to see the moonlight. This Chinese proverb translates to, after the clouds disperse, the moon will appear. It means that after a period of hardship or difficulty, things will eventually get better and brighter. It emphasizes the importance of patience and perseverance through tough times. A similar proverb in English is, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Sentence example: she had been struggling with her studies for months, but she never gave up. She knew that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and eventually, her hard work paid off when she passed her exams with flying colors. Proverb number 16.
逆境出人才.
Adversity yields flair. This Chinese proverb translates to adversity fosters talent, or talent emerges from adversity. It means that difficult circumstances often force individuals to develop their skills, resilience, and creativity, leading to the emergence of great talent and potential. A similar proverb in English is, adversity is the mother of invention. Sentence example: the young entrepreneur faced numerous setbacks in her early career, but she persevered and learned from her mistakes. As the saying goes, adversity is the mother of invention, and her experiences ultimately led her to develop innovative solutions and build a successful business. Proverb number 17. 吃一堑, 长一智. Suffer a mote, grow in wisdom. This Chinese proverb translates to fall into the pit, gain in your wit, or a fall into a ditch, makes you wiser. It means that learning from mistakes and setbacks is an important part of personal growth and development. A similar proverb in English is, experience is the best teacher. You can't get fat with one mouthful. Sentence example: after failing his driving test the first time, he learned from his mistakes and passed on his second attempt, proving that experience is the best teacher. Proverb number 18.
不能一口吃成胖子.
You can't get fat with one mouthful. This Chinese proverb means that one cannot achieve great things or reach a desired goal overnight. It emphasizes the importance of patience, perseverance, and gradual progress. A similar English proverb is, Rome wasn't built in a day. Sentence example: even though Sarah was eager to launch her business, she understood that she couldn't rush the process. Rome wasn't built in a day, she reminded herself, focusing on taking small, consistent steps towards her ultimate goal. Proverb number 19.
风无常顺，兵无常胜.
Wind isn't always favorable, soldiers aren't always victorious. This Chinese proverb means that the wind doesn't always blow in the same direction, and armies don't always win. It emphasizes the ever-changing nature of circumstances and the unpredictability of outcomes, especially in situations of conflict or competition. A similar English proverb is, the fortunes of war are fickle. Sentence example: the general reminded his troops before the battle, remember, the fortunes of war are fickle. We must remain vigilant and adaptable to any changes in the battlefield. Proverb number 20.
星星之火，可以燎原.
Starlight shines far. This Chinese proverb means that a single spark can start a prairie fire. It emphasizes the potential of small beginnings to grow into something powerful and transformative. A similar English proverb is, from little acorns, mighty oaks grow. Sentence example: the environmental activist reminded her followers, don't underestimate the power of individual action. From little acorns, mighty oaks grow, and together, we can create a sustainable future. Proverb number 21.
哀兵必胜.
An aggrieved army is sure to win. This Chinese proverb means that an army fighting with desperation and a sense of injustice will inevitably triumph. It highlights the power of motivation and the will to fight when one's back is against the wall. A similar English proverb is, necessity is the mother of invention. Sentence example: the underdog team, facing elimination, rallied together, embodying the spirit of necessity is the mother of invention. Their determination and resilience led them to an unexpected victory. Chinese proverbs about wisdom, 26 sayings. Proverb number 1. 不作不速. If you don't do stupid things, you won't end up in tragedy. This Chinese proverb translates to, if you don't do stupid things, they won't come back to bite you. It means that avoiding reckless or foolish actions will prevent negative consequences. A similar proverb in English is, don't trouble trouble until trouble troubles you. Example sentence: John decided to ignore the risky investment opportunity, remembering the saying, don't trouble trouble until trouble troubles you. He knew that by avoiding unnecessary risks, he would stay out of potential trouble. Proverb number 2.
塞翁失马，焉知非福 Blessings come in disguise.
This Chinese proverb translates to the old man lost his horse, but who knows if it's not a blessing in disguise. It means that a seemingly bad event can turn out to be beneficial. A similar proverb in English is, every cloud has a silver lining. Example sentence. When Sarah lost her job, she was initially devastated. However, it led her to start her own successful business. As her friends reminded her, every cloud has a silver lining, and losing her job turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Proverb number 3.
小洞不补，大洞吃苦
If small holes aren't fixed, then big holes will bring hardship. This Chinese proverb translates to, if small holes aren't mended, big holes will bring hardship. It means that small problems, if left unresolved, can become much larger and more difficult to deal with later. A similar proverb in English is, a stitch in time saves 9. Example sentence. Jane noticed a small leak in her roof, but ignored it. After a few months, the leak turned into a major problem, causing extensive damage to her home. She learned the hard way that a stitch in time saves 9. Proverb number 4.
水满则溢
Water flows in only to flow out. This Chinese proverb translates to, when water is full, it overflows. It means that excess of anything can lead to negative consequences. A similar proverb in English is, too much of a good thing. Example sentence. David enjoyed eating sweets, but he realized the saying, too much of a good thing, was true when he developed health issues from his excessive sugar consumption. Proverb number 5.
读万卷书不如行万里路
It's better to walk thousands of miles than to read thousands of books. This Chinese proverb translates to, reading 10,000 books is not as useful as traveling 10,000 miles. It means that practical experience and first-hand observation are more valuable than theoretical knowledge. A similar proverb in English is, experience is the best teacher. Example sentence. Although Maria had read extensively about different cultures, it wasn't until she traveled the world that she truly understood them. She realized that experience is the best teacher and valued her travels even more. Proverb number 6.
三个和尚没水喝
Too many cooks spoil the broth. This Chinese proverb translates to, 3 monks have no water to drink. It is a metaphorical expression used to describe a situation where there are too many people or factors involved, leading to a lack of resources or benefits for each individual. A similar proverb in English is, too many cooks spoil the broth. Example sentence. The project failed because there were too many people involved in decision-making, and as the saying goes, too many cooks spoil the broth. Proverb number 7.
一笑解千愁
A smile dispels many worries. This Chinese proverb translates to, a smile can dispel 1,000 worries. It means that a simple smile or laugh can help to alleviate many troubles or worries. A similar proverb in English is, laughter is the best medicine. Example sentence. After a long and stressful day, Sarah's friend made her laugh with a joke. It reminded her of the saying, laughter is the best medicine, and she felt her worries melt away. Proverb number 8.
笑一笑十年少
Happiness is the best cosmetic. This Chinese proverb translates to, smile, and you'll be 10 years younger. It suggests that smiling can make a person appear more youthful and cheerful. A similar proverb in English is, a smile adds a year to your life. Example sentence. Despite the challenges she faced, Maya always maintained a positive attitude and a smile on her face, believing in the saying, a smile adds a year to your life. Proverb number 9.
美名胜过美貌
A good name is better than a good face. This Chinese proverb translates to, a good reputation is better than a beautiful face. It means that having a good reputation or being well regarded is more important than physical beauty. A similar proverb in English is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Example sentence. Even though she wasn't conventionally beautiful, Jane was loved and respected by everyone she knew. It just goes to show that a good reputation is better than a beautiful face. Proverb number 10. 不善始者不善终. A bad beginning makes a bad ending. This Chinese proverb translates to, a bad beginning makes a bad ending. It means that a task or endeavor is likely to end poorly if it starts off poorly or without proper planning. A similar proverb in English is, well begun is half done. Example sentence. Tom didn't prepare well for his presentation, and as expected, it didn't go well. He learned the hard way that a bad beginning makes a bad ending. Proverb number 11. 大处着眼，小处着手. Keep the general goal in sight while tackling daily tasks. This Chinese proverb translates to focus on the big picture while attending to the details. It means that one should consider the overall situation or main objectives while also paying attention to the smaller, more immediate tasks or details. A similar proverb in English is, don't lose sight of the forest for the trees. Example sentence. As the project manager, Sarah reminded her team to focus on the big picture while attending to the details. She emphasized the importance of both strategic planning and meticulous execution. Proverb number 12. 一步一个脚印. Every step makes a footprint. This Chinese proverb translates to one step at a time. It means that progress or success is achieved by taking things gradually and steadily, without rushing. A similar proverb in English is, Rome wasn't built in a day. Example sentence. Learning a new language can be daunting, but Jane reminded herself to take it one step at a time. She knew that with persistence, she would eventually reach her goal. Proverb number 13. 一个萝卜一个坑儿. Each has his own task, and nobody is dispensable. This Chinese proverb translates to one radish, one hole. It means that everyone has their own place or role to fulfill, similar to how each radish in a garden needs its own hole to grow properly. A similar proverb in English is horses for courses. Example sentence. Each student in the class has different strengths and interests, so the teacher assigns tasks accordingly, following the principle of one radish, one hole. Proverb number 14. 留得青山在，不怕没柴烧. While there are green hills, there'll be wood to burn. This Chinese proverb translates to, as long as the green hills are preserved, there will be no shortage of firewood. It means that as long as you have something of value or a foundation to fall back on, you will not be in need. A similar proverb in English is, don't burn your bridges. Example sentence. Even though Jack lost his job, he had saved enough money to support himself for a while. He remembered the saying, as long as the green hills are preserved, there will be no shortage of firewood, and felt reassured about his future. Proverb number 15. 一鸟在手胜过双鸟在林. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. This Chinese proverb translates to, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. It means that it is better to have something of value that is certain than to risk losing it by trying to attain something even better. A similar proverb in English is, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Example sentence. Sarah was offered a job with a decent salary, but she was considering waiting for a better offer. Her father advised her, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, reminding her of the importance of taking guaranteed opportunities. Proverb number 16. 人无完人，金无足赤. No man is a perfect man, no gold is sufficiently bare. This Chinese proverb translates to, no person is perfect, and no gold is pure. It means that everyone has their flaws, and nothing is ever entirely perfect or flawless. A similar proverb in English is, nobody's perfect. Example sentence. Sarah was disappointed when she discovered her favorite author's new book had some flaws in it. Her friend reminded her of the saying, "Nobody's perfect," and she realized that even her literary idol could make mistakes. Proverb number 17.
千金易得，一将难求.
It is easy to find 1,000 soldiers, but hard to find a good general. This Chinese proverb translates to, it is easy to find 1,000 soldiers, but hard to find a good general. It means that while it may be easy to find many people to do a task, finding someone capable and competent to lead or manage the task is much more challenging. A similar proverb in English is, many are called, but few are chosen. Example sentence. The company struggled to find a new CEO after the previous one resigned. It was a reminder of the saying, many are called, but few are chosen, highlighting the difficulty of finding a truly exceptional leader. Proverb number 18.
宰相肚里好撑船.
A prime minister's mind should be broad enough for pulling a boat. This Chinese proverb translates to, a prime minister's belly is big enough to row a boat. It is a metaphorical expression that means someone is very knowledgeable or capable, often implying that they have a hidden talent or ability that is unexpected given their appearance or position. A similar proverb in English is, still waters run deep. Example sentence. Although he seemed quiet and unassuming, James surprised everyone with his deep knowledge of history and politics. It just goes to show, still waters run deep, and you can't judge a book by its cover. Proverb number 19.
难得糊涂.
Ignorance is bliss. This Chinese proverb translates to, it's hard to be confused. It suggests that sometimes it's better to be a little confused or ignorant about something, rather than stressing over trying to understand everything perfectly. A similar proverb in English is, ignorance is bliss. Example sentence. Instead of overthinking every detail of her trip, Maria decided to go with the flow and embrace the saying, ignorance is bliss. She found that not worrying about every little thing made her journey much more enjoyable. Proverb number 20.
祸从口出.
Disaster comes from the careless talk. This Chinese proverb translates to, misfortune comes out of the mouth. It means that speaking carelessly or saying the wrong thing can lead to trouble or misfortune. A similar proverb in English is, loose lips sink ships. Example sentence. Tom regretted his harsh words to his friend, realizing too late the truth in the saying, misfortune comes out of the mouth. His words had caused a rift in their friendship. Proverb number 21.
三人一条心，黄土变成金.
If people are of one heart, even less can become gold. This Chinese proverb translates to, when three people are of the same mind, even the yellow earth can turn into gold. It means that with unity and cooperation, even the most difficult or humble tasks can be accomplished successfully. A similar proverb in English is, unity is strength. Example sentence. The team faced a challenging project, but they were united in their goal and worked together tirelessly. Their success proved the saying, unity is strength, as they turned a difficult task into a remarkable achievement. Proverb number 22.
身正不怕影子斜.
One who stands straight doesn't fear a crooked shadow. ChatGPT. This Chinese proverb translates to, if one's conduct is upright, one need not fear the slanting shadow. It means that if a person behaves correctly and morally, they have no reason to fear criticism or suspicion. A similar proverb in English is, a clear conscience fears no accusation. Example sentence. Even though there were rumors about his involvement in the scandal, John remained calm and confident. He knew that a clear conscience fears no accusation, and he was certain that the truth would eventually come out. Proverb number 23.
有借有还，再借不难.
Timely return of a loan makes it easier to borrow a second time. This Chinese proverb translates to, if you borrow and return, borrowing again is not difficult. It emphasizes the importance of fulfilling obligations, as doing so makes it easier to request help or favors in the future. A similar proverb in English is, "One good turn deserves another." Example sentence. Sarah always makes sure to return favors and help others when she can. She believes in the principle of one good turn deserves another, knowing that by being reliable and helpful, she can count on others when she needs assistance. Proverb number 24.
蜡烛照亮别人，却毁灭了自己。
A candle lights others and consumes itself. This Chinese proverb translates to the candle illuminates others but consumes itself. It is used metaphorically to describe someone who selflessly helps or benefits others at their own expense. A similar proverb in English is like a moth to a flame. Example sentence. Mary always put others' needs before her own, often to the detriment of her health. Her friends worried that she was burning the candle at both ends, illuminating others while consuming herself. Proverb number 25.
种瓜得瓜，种豆得豆。
You reap what you sow. This Chinese proverb translates to plant melons and you get melons, plant beans and you get beans. It means that the results or outcomes are directly related to the actions taken or the efforts put in. A similar proverb in English is you reap what you sow. Example sentence. Sarah always believed in the principle of you reap what you sow, so she worked hard and treated others kindly, knowing that her efforts and actions would determine her future. Proverb number 26.
欲速则不达。
Those who just want speed don't succeed. This Chinese proverb translates to haste makes waste. It means that rushing or trying to do things too quickly can lead to mistakes or failure, and it's better to take one's time and do things carefully and thoroughly. Example sentence. Despite the deadline approaching, Jane decided not to rush her project. She knew that haste makes waste, and that taking the time to do it properly would lead to better results in the end. Chinese proverbs about friendship, 10 sayings. Proverb number 1. 君随之于行，君上之鸟音. To know a fish go to the water, to know a bird's song go to the mountains. This Chinese proverb translates to near water, learn fish, near mountain, learn bird calls. It means that by being close to something, you can understand it better, implying that proximity leads to deeper knowledge or understanding. A similar proverb in English is live and learn. Example sentence. Growing up in a small fishing village, Tom learned the ways of the sea and the behavior of fish. It just goes to show, near water, learn fish, near mountain, learn bird calls, meaning that living close to something allows you to understand it better. Proverb number 2.
听君一席话，胜读十年书。
Listening to a lord's remarks is better than reading books for 10 years. This Chinese proverb translates to listening to one sentence from a wise person is better than reading books for 10 years. It emphasizes the value of wisdom and the impact that a single insightful remark or piece of advice can have. A similar proverb in English is, a word to the wise is enough. Example sentence. When Sarah was struggling with a difficult decision, her grandfather gave her some advice that changed her perspective. It reminded her of the saying, a word to the wise is enough, and she realized the power of wisdom in a single sentence. Proverb number 3.
凡人不可貌相，海水不可斗量。
Man cannot be judged by looks, seas cannot be measured by the cup. This Chinese proverb translates to one should not judge people by their appearances, just as one cannot measure the sea with a bushel. It advises against making judgments based solely on outward appearances, as they can be deceiving. A similar proverb in English is, don't judge a book by its cover. Example sentence. Although John appeared shy and reserved, he was actually a talented musician. It just goes to show, one should not judge people by their appearances, just as one cannot measure the sea with a bushel, meaning that true qualities are often hidden beneath the surface. Proverb number 4.
有缘千里来相会.
Fate brings people together from far apart. This Chinese proverb translates to fate brings people together no matter how far apart they may be. It expresses the idea that if two people are meant to meet or be together, distance will not prevent it from happening. A similar proverb in English is, if it's meant to be, it will be. Example sentence. Despite living in different countries, Sarah and Jack met by chance while traveling. They both believed in the saying, fate brings people together no matter how far apart they may be, and felt that their meeting was meant to be. Proverb number 5.
君子之交淡如水.
A gentleman's friendship is insipid as water. This Chinese proverb translates to, the friendship of a gentleman is insipid as water. It means that true friendship should be pure, simple, and free from extravagance or artificiality. A similar proverb in English is, a friend to all is a friend to none. Example sentence. Although they were not particularly close, Sarah appreciated the sincere and reliable friendship she had with John. Their friendship was like water, simple and pure. As the saying goes, the friendship of a gentleman is insipid as water. Proverb number 6.
入乡随俗.
When entering a locality, follow the local customs. This Chinese proverb translates to, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. It means that when you are in a different place or culture, it is polite and wise to follow the customs and practices of that place. A similar proverb in English is, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Example sentence. Although eating with chopsticks was not common in his home country, Tom learned to use them when he visited China. He believed in the saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and wanted to show respect for the local culture. Proverb number 7.
患难见真情.
In hardship, we see true friendship. This Chinese proverb translates to, true feelings are revealed in times of adversity. It means that a person's true character or the sincerity of a relationship is often only shown when facing difficulties or challenges. A similar proverb in English is, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Example sentence. When Jane lost her job, she was touched by the support and kindness of her friends. It was a reminder that true feelings are revealed in times of adversity, and she was grateful for their true friendship. Proverb number 8.
知音难觅.
An intimate friend is hard to find. This Chinese proverb translates to, a true friend is hard to find. It expresses the idea that finding someone who truly understands and resonates with you is rare and valuable. A similar proverb in English is, a true friend is hard to find. Example sentence. Sarah had many acquaintances, but she knew that a true friend is hard to find. She cherished the few friends who truly understood her and stood by her side. Proverb number 9.
广交友，无深交.
Numerous friends means no deep friendship. This Chinese proverb translates to make many acquaintances, but have few close friends. It suggests that while it's good to have a wide social circle, true and deep friendships are rare and should be cherished. A similar proverb in English is, better a friend at court than gold on the port. Example sentence. Although she was friendly with many people, Jane followed the advice of make many acquaintances, but have few close friends. She valued quality over quantity in her friendships. Proverb number 10.
道不同，不相为谋.
Men of different principles don't work well together. This Chinese proverb translates to, when the paths diverge, friends no longer meet. It means that when people have different goals, values, or ways of thinking, they are unlikely to collaborate or remain close. A similar proverb in English is, birds of a feather flock together. Example sentence. Sarah and her colleague used to be close friends, but they drifted apart because of their different career paths and values. It just goes to show, when the paths diverge, friends no longer meet. Chinese proverbs about family, 10 sayings. Proverb number 1.
月到中秋分外明，每逢佳节倍思亲。
The harvest moon is brightest. Every festival's homesickness multiplies. This Chinese proverb translates to the moon is brightest at the Mid-Autumn Festival, and every holiday makes me miss my loved ones even more. It expresses the sentiment of missing loved ones, especially during holidays or special occasions. A similar proverb in English is absence makes the heart grow fonder. Example sentence. Living far away from her family, Sarah always felt a deep longing for them during holidays. She understood the feeling of the moon is brightest at the Mid-Autumn Festival, and every holiday makes me miss my loved ones even more. Proverb number 2.
儿行千里母担忧，
When children travel far, mothers worry. This Chinese proverb translates to when a son travels 1,000 miles, his mother worries. It reflects the natural concern and care that a mother feels for her child, especially when the child is far away or facing challenges. A similar proverb in English is, a mother's love knows no bounds. Example sentence. Even though her son had grown up and moved to another country for work, his mother couldn't help but worry about him. It just goes to show, when a son travels 1,000 miles, his mother worries. Proverb number 3.
但愿人长久，千里共婵娟。
Wishing us long life, though sharing moonlight from afar. This Chinese proverb translates to, may we all live long and share the beauty of the moon together, even if we are thousands of miles apart. It expresses a wish for enduring happiness and togetherness despite physical distance. A similar sentiment in English might be, may our friendship last forever, and may we share in the beauty of the moon even when far apart. Example sentence. Before parting ways, the friends toasted to their friendship, expressing the hope that may we all live long and share the beauty of the moon together, even if we are thousands of miles apart. Proverb number 4.
家和万事兴。
If a family is harmonious, everything will go well. This Chinese proverb translates to, harmony in the family brings prosperity to all. It emphasizes the importance of peace and unity within the family, as it contributes to overall happiness and success. A similar proverb in English is peace at home, peace in the world. Example sentence. Despite their busy schedules, the Smith family always made time to resolve conflicts and maintain harmony. They believed in the saying, harmony in the family brings prosperity to all, and their household was a peaceful and loving one. Proverb number 5.
家家有本难念的经。
Every family has its problems. This Chinese proverb translates to, every family has its own difficulties to bear. It means that everyone faces their own challenges and struggles in life, and these difficulties are unique to each individual or family. A similar proverb in English is, every family has its cross to bear. Example sentence. Although they seemed like a perfect family from the outside, the Johnsons had their own share of problems. It just goes to show, every family has its own difficulties to bear. Proverb number 6.
清官难断家务事。
Even an upright official finds it hard to settle a family quarrel. This Chinese proverb translates to, even a wise judge finds it hard to settle family disputes. It implies that even those who are fair and just may struggle to resolve conflicts within their own families due to the complexities of personal relationships and emotions. A similar proverb in English is, a prophet is not without honor except in his own country. Example sentence. Despite his expertise in mediation, Tom found it challenging to resolve the disagreement between his siblings. It just goes to show, even a wise judge finds it hard to settle family disputes. Proverb number 7.
有其父，必有其子。
Where there's a father, there's his son. This Chinese proverb translates to, like father, like son. It suggests that a son's behavior or characteristics are often similar to those of his father. A similar proverb in English is the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Example sentence. John was known for his kindness and generosity, just like his father. It just goes to show, like father, like son. Proverb number 8. 家丑不可外扬. Family shames must not be spread abroad. This Chinese proverb translates to family problems should not be exposed to outsiders. It emphasizes the importance of keeping family issues private and not sharing them with others outside the family. A similar proverb in English is don't air your dirty laundry in public. Example sentence. Despite their disagreements, the Smiths always kept their issues private, following the principle of family problems should not be exposed to outsiders. Proverb number 9. 不当家，不知柴米贵. If you don't run the family, you don't know the value of fuel and rice. This Chinese proverb translates to if one does not manage the household, one does not know the value of fuel and rice. It means that without experiencing the responsibilities of managing a household or being in a position of authority, one does not fully appreciate the value of basic necessities or the challenges of daily life. A similar proverb in English is, you never know what you have until it's gone. Example sentence. Growing up, Sarah never realized how much effort her parents put into managing the household. It wasn't until she lived on her own that she understood the meaning of if one does not manage the household, one does not know the value of fuel and rice. Proverb number 10. 金窝,银窝,不如自家的狗窝. Gold and silver nests can't beat one's family kennel. This Chinese proverb translates to a golden kennel or a silver kennel is not as good as one's own dog kennel. It emphasizes the importance of feeling comfortable and at home in one's own humble abode, regardless of its material wealth compared to others. A similar proverb in English is home, sweet home. Example sentence. Despite the luxurious houses she visited, Mary always felt happiest in her own simple home. It just goes to show, a golden kennel or a silver kennel is not as good as one's own dog kennel. Chinese proverbs about learning, 10 sayings. Proverb number 1. 书是随时携带的花园, a book is a pocket garden. This Chinese proverb translates to books are a portable garden of knowledge. It compares books to gardens, suggesting that just as gardens offer beauty and tranquility, books offer knowledge and intellectual stimulation that can be carried with you wherever you go. A similar proverb in English is, books are a uniquely portable magic. Example sentence. Jane loved to read because, as the saying goes, books are a portable garden of knowledge. She could escape into different worlds and learn new things wherever she went. Proverb number 2. 活到老,学到老. Live till you're old, and study till you're old. This Chinese proverb translates to live until old, learn until old. It emphasizes the idea that learning should continue throughout one's life, regardless of age. A similar proverb in English is, you're never too old to learn. Example sentence. Despite retiring from his job, John continued to take classes and learn new skills. He believed in the saying, live until old, learn until old, and remained curious and eager to learn throughout his life. Proverb number 3. 好书如挚友. A good book is like a good friend. This Chinese proverb translates to, a good book is like a close friend. It suggests that books can provide companionship, comfort, and valuable insights, much like a trusted friend. A similar proverb in English is, a good book is a good friend. Example sentence. During difficult times, Sarah found solace in her favorite books. She believed in the saying, a good book is like a close friend, as books had always been there for her, offering wisdom and comfort. Proverb number 4. 一寸光阴一寸金,寸金难买寸光阴. An inch of time is worth an inch of gold, but an inch of gold may not buy an inch of time. This Chinese proverb translates to, An inch of time is worth an inch of gold, but an inch of time cannot be purchased with an inch of gold. It highlights the value of time, suggesting that time is more precious than material wealth because once time is lost, it cannot be regained or bought back. A similar proverb in English is, time is money. Example sentence. After wasting years on trivial pursuits, Tom realized the true value of time. He understood the saying, an inch of time is worth an inch of gold, but an inch of time cannot be purchased with an inch of gold, and vowed to make the most of his time from then on. Proverb number 5. 好记性不如烂笔头. A good memory can't beat a bad pen. This Chinese proverb translates to, a good memory is not as good as a bad pen. It emphasizes the importance of writing things down to remember them, rather than relying solely on one's memory. A similar proverb in English is, the faintest ink is better than the best memory. Example sentence. Although he had a good memory, Tom always carried a notebook with him. He believed in the saying, a good memory is not as good as a bad pen, and found that writing things down helped him remember them more effectively. Proverb number 6. 花有重开日，人无再少年. Flowers may bloom again. You're never young again. This Chinese proverb translates to, flowers may bloom again, but a person can never be young again. It serves as a reminder of the fleeting nature of youth and the importance of cherishing and making the most of one's youth while it lasts. A similar proverb in English is, youth is wasted on the young. Example sentence. Sarah often thought about her youth and wished she had appreciated it more. She understood the saying, flowers may bloom again, but a person can never be young again, and realized the importance of living in the moment. Proverb number 7. 学而不思则罔，思而不学则殆. Learning without thought is deceptive. Thought without learning is perilous. This Chinese proverb translates to learn without thinking is futile, to think without learning is dangerous. It emphasizes the importance of both learning and critical thinking in the process of acquiring knowledge. A similar idea in English is, learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. Example sentence. Jack believed in the saying, to learn without thinking is futile, to think without learning is dangerous. So he not only studied hard but also reflected deeply on what he learned. Proverb number 8. 书到用时方恨少. When using books, you'll regret reading a few. This Chinese proverb translates to, when you need a book, you wish it were longer. It expresses the idea that when you are in need of information or knowledge, you realize the value of having more material to read or study. A similar proverb in English is, you don't miss the water till the well runs dry. Example sentence. After starting her new job, Sarah realized she needed to learn more about marketing strategies. It was then that she understood the saying, when you need a book, you wish it were longer. Proverb number 9. 读书需用意，一字值千金. Reading requires concentration. A word may be worth a fortune. This Chinese proverb translates to, when reading, use your mind. A single word is worth 1,000 pieces of gold. It emphasizes the importance of reading with focus and understanding, as even a single word can hold great value or meaning. A similar proverb in English is, reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Example sentence. Sarah approached her studies with diligence, always remembering the saying, when reading, use your mind. A single word is worth 1,000 pieces of gold. She believed that every word she learned had the potential to enrich her understanding. Proverb number 10. 严师出高徒. Strict teachers produce fine students. This Chinese proverb translates to, strict teachers produce outstanding students. It suggests that rigorous teaching and discipline can lead to the development of exceptional and successful individuals. A similar proverb in English is, no pain, no gain. Example sentence. Despite his strict methods, Professor Smith was respected by his students because they believed in the saying, "Strict teachers produce outstanding students." They knew that his high standards were meant to help them reach their full potential. Chinese proverbs about dragons, 10 sayings. Proverb number 1, 龙飞凤舞, the dragonflies and the phoenix dances. It refers to a flamboyant style of calligraphy and writing devoid of content. Proverb number 2, 龙马精神, a dragon's and a horse's spirit. It refers to a vigorous spirit in old age. Proverb number 3, 鱼龙混杂, a muddled mix of fish and dragons. It refers to crooks mixed in with honest folk. Proverb number 4, 龙腾虎跃, dragons soaring and tigers leaping. It refers to a scene of bustling activity. Proverb number 5, 车水马龙, carriages like a stream and horses like a dragon. It refers to a scene of heavy traffic. Chinese dragons have very long bodies. Proverb number 6, 龙潭虎穴, a dragon's pool and a tiger's den. It refers to a very dangerous spot. Proverb number 7, 画龙点睛, paint a dragon and the eye. It refers to adding the vital finishing touch, the crucial point that brings the subject to life. Proverb number 8, 叶公好龙, Lord he loves dragons. It refers to someone who pretends to like something that he really fears. Proverb number 9, 鲤鱼跳龙门, a carp has jumped the dragon's gate. It refers to someone who has successfully passed the civil service examination. Proverb number 10, 强龙难压地头蛇. Even a dragon struggles to control a snake in its native haunt. This means powerful outsiders can hardly afford to neglect local villains. We've reached the end of our journey through 120+ famous Chinese sayings and proverbs. These insights can provide wisdom and grace when navigating life's challenges. We hope you enjoyed this exploration. Wisdom is universal, and by embracing the wisdom of diverse cultures, we can collectively grow and learn. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this audiobook, leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. Comment with the proverb that resonated with you the most. We may feature your comment in a future video. Remember, language learning is an ongoing process. The more you listen, the better you'll speak. Keep listening, practicing, and incorporating these proverbs into your conversations. Until next time, continue exploring, learning, and shining brightly.